Good morning from Crabtree Hollow. Today I want to do an update for you on King 5, just to show you, if you get into these types of vessels and everything, what you can expect, or what you have to learn about these things in order to make them come out the way you want them to come out. You get into the sculpting of it. All of this is, the sculpting needs to be good, needs to be pretty precise. The shape of it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. Some shapes may be a little bit more desirable than others, but overall I would say that the shape isn't so important as the sculpturing of it, the lines of it, that you don't have any humps and bumps in it and things like that, that then it flows up here very nice without any little hoop-de-doos in it. Alright, hoop-de-doos are not good. Anyway, we have we don't know if we have any hoop-de-doos in this yet. We don't seem to. We have glued it in places to where it is questionable. I did that right to begin with, pretty much, and I've been drying it very slowly. I did think that it was going to be ready to finish out by the middle of September, because I don't have a date on it, because this was cut earlier on this year. I can't remember offhand just what month it was. So anyway, we have a caliper here and going to do some measurements just to see what's what. On this measurement up here, that would be here to here, I'm having about let's tighten this up a little bit. Okay, we're right at just a little under 6 3/4. Okay, then a quarter turn, and we are at just a little over about 6 7/8. So the cascade part is doing very well. Okay, so we come down here and we'll look at it from on the bottom side. We'll take the biggest part of the body of the vase, and there we have just shy of 8 1/8, probably 3/16, or excuse me, yeah, about 3/32. Okay, 8 3/32. So then we'll turn it a quarter turn, and let's see what we have here. Now, as I've said in previous videos, when you do a larger vessel, you have to do it green, because to find a block of wood that big, dry, and probably hollow it out successfully is very small in percentage that you're going to be successful, I believe, unless you do like a segmented, okay? But anyway, one piece of wood, you're going to have green to begin with, and it's going to move on you. So you have to determine how much it'll move and how much you are prepared to work on it after it's dry. That's the big reason why I like to soak my pieces in water. It just seems to stabilize the wood a lot more, so I don't get a lot more movement than I would without it. I don't know how it works, it just seems to work. Okay, so this measurement here comes up with 8 3/8. So I have a little bit of round, out of round. Nothing that I'm going to try to correct, except for I'll make sure that my lines in this are nice and flowing, but the naked eye won't be able to see this, that it's out of round as little as it is. So probably the first of the year we'll be able to get back and do this. Okay. The moisture reading comes back 9.5 up there. Comes back about 10.5 there. Down at the bottom, we're looking at about 12.5. Okay, so go over here. We're looking at about 10.7, 10.4, and here we are at 6.6. So we have variations there. I'm sure that it'll probably move a little bit more before it's completely dry, and so we just have to be patient. Now on these bigger pieces, in the past I have tried to go ahead and, you can sand them down and you can do everything that you want to do and put the polyurethane on there, if that in fact is, if that's what you're going to use. That's what I use exclusively on these pieces. The problem is it might be 6 months later, cracks appear, and they're really unsightly cracks. I've probably lost about 3 really nice pieces because I've just started putting the poly on there too quick. So I don't want to go through that work and then lose it. If I'm going to lose it, I'd rather lose it now and use it for firewood. But I think that this one will make it. I'll put it back in the bag and come back in about a month and see what it's all about. I have one other little thing that I want to talk to you about. 4-legged footstool. Good for about 500 pounds. Bonnie Klein came to our club and did a demonstration on how to make these little guys a few years back. I made 10 of them at the time, and with a lot of extra parts left over. But anyway, this one's out of red oak, and then I dyed it some. I stained it a little bit, and it's not only a nice add-on to have around the kitchen and house for the grandkids to wash their hands with and to sit on and everything, but it's just a nice little piece of furniture. And I never looked at footstools as furniture before, but that's what these are. And I'll come back and show how these things go together. Here's one that I'm putting together for a grandson right now. I've got the finish on it pretty much, and it'll all go together, get glued. All of this wood, I started out green, and I cut them, and as you can see, this is got some nice bird's eye on it and everything. But they make really nice stools. This is a gift from Grandpa to grandchildren, and I expect them to take it with them when they leave the home and carry on, have that in their house when they grow up. So anyway, we'll get to this project. I don't know just when, But we'll go through the whole thing and all of that when the time comes. But for right now, thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Happy hollowing and stay with the grain from Paul Crabtree.